Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Sarah here, and I am here to wrap up the first half of March's reading, minus Read-A-Rama. So no Read-A-Rama stuff going on here, that's a separate video. The first thing that I finished in March was an ARC I was approved for from NetGalley, and it is Seeking Mansfield by Kate Watson. As you can guess, this is a sort of retelling of Mansfield Park, in which our lovely lady Finley is living with her godparents after her father's death and her mother's imprisonment. And she is a very talented lady in the theater arts. Her father was an actor, and she wants to get into a prestigious theater school called Mansfield, I think something in there. And of course, the family that she's living with, her godfather's family, they have a son. So you kind of can see where this story is going. You have the next door neighbors who are like these pop idols, and they all become friends and things happen and dating and going around. I really enjoyed this book to a certain extent. I liked Finley. I just felt a little bit like everyone was trying to change her when she didn't really need to be changed. And if she did need to be changed, it needed to come from her. There was a lot of the boys trying to protect her and trying to get her out of her shell. And that irritated me a bit because as an introvert, you know, sometimes we have a personality and we don't want to get out of our shell. We're doing just fine the way we are, and that's at times the way I perceived this, and so it was a little tiny bit irritating to me, those parts. Other than that, though, which was kind of a minor irritation, I really enjoyed it, and I think it would appeal to a wide range of young adult audiences. I think I ended up giving it 4 stars. Then I read My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella. This is a chick lit or a woman's fiction book, or however you would like to say it, featuring our protagonist, Katie, who thinks that her boss has the perfect life. And she wants that life. And so she changes herself. When she moves to London, she becomes a different person, different nickname, different everything, because where she's from is she's from a little cow town. I don't remember where it is, because of course this takes place in England, and my geography of England is sketchy to say the least, and she wants no one to know, and so she's kind of living this double life because she wants what her boss has, and then she gets fired and has to go back home, and she finds out again that her boss does not have this perfect life, hence the title of the book. And hello, Mean Girls. Let me just say that. Hello, Mean Girls. There are some seriously mean girls in this book. So I enjoyed this tremendously. It was a lot of fun. And I think I gave it 4 stars. Next, I read Flat Out Love by Jessica Park. This is an ebook that I've had on my Kindle for so long, I can't even say. Like several years. And this was another cute book. It is young adult to new adult, I want to say. So we have Julie, who again is from a small town and really wants to go to Boston for school. She is a very smart girl, and she gets into a university there, and she tries to find an apartment on Craigslist, and apparently the whole thing was a scam, and her mother ends up calling her old college roommate who still lives in Boston and is, I want to say, a psychologist or something like that. I can't remember now, but and they say, come and stay with us until you can find an apartment. Of course, they have a son and they have a daughter there, and things are weird. Not everything is as it seems in this household. We have their young daughter who carries out a cutout of their oldest son with her wherever she goes, and has some anxiety issues, and things are just not right. And now I guessed what the problem was right at the beginning, so I don't know if that's a result of me reading so many books in my life or whether it wasn't cleverly disguised, but I guessed what was going on. But she basically comes in and fixes everything, I guess, and learns a lot about herself and a lot about other people in the process, and it was very cute, and I gave it a good rating. 4 stars? I want to say 4 stars, because I enjoyed it. In the interest of full disclosure, I did start a book that I got in one of my book boxes called Her Sweetest Portion by Stella Bagwell. I've already put it in a little free library. I DNF'd it around page 20. I could not take it. She was trying to change herself for a man already, and another man was trying to change her so that, and himself for, it was just like, no, I couldn't do it. So I DNF'd that, but I did want to disclose that I tried and that I am getting to my book box books, because yay me. The last thing I finished was a nonfiction book with a swear word in the title, so I'm not going to say it out loud. But it's, you know, Unmess Up Your Habitat, You're Better Than Your Mess by Rachel Hoffman. I have a very messy house. I'm just not big in cleaning, and sometimes I need to read books like this that say, you know, if you want your house to be clean, you just kind of have to get off your butt and do it, because that's the reality of that. But I've tried all kinds of things like Fly Lady and all of that to kind of keep me motivated, but the problem with some of those books is that they expect you to be a stay-at-home mother who can follow like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday sort of schedule. And when I go to work, I am away from the house for about 14 hours at a time. And so that means that that day is gone. And I don't work steady days during the week. I can work any 2 days during the week that they feel like putting me on. So this was kind of interesting. I mean, it's again, nothing fantastical, but for the more, and I know how to clean and things like that, I know how to do it. But for those who are growing up like the millennials, and I hate to pick on the millennials, but you know, they haven't been trained to clean and they haven't really been trained to do a lot of things. There are some nice lists in this book that could be helpful for them. And for me too, I guess. You know, 10 things you forgot to clean in the kitchen. And there's actually a how to clean the bathroom, how to clean a kitchen, you know, with the nice lists in there. So I could see where this could be very useful and a good book to have around. And it definitely gave me a little bit of motivation to get some spring cleaning done. So, you know, not a total loss, but nothing really impressive. Unfortunately, we can't wave a magic wand and say, clean. We kind of have to get off our butt, stop reading, and just clean already. So that's the end of that. That is what I have read so far in March. As for the TBR for the rest of March, things have changed a little bit. I think I am going to be participating in a few more readathons, so stay tuned for those TBRs. And I will see you soon. Bye.